watching Eyit TV, empowering you.
Beautiful days come and we feel like we should keep in these good days, but they come to pass and then other better days come. Happy Easter tomorrow to everyone. Hopefully we are having a very great time in this Easter season. Today is Saturday, the 16th of April 2022, and I can say again, Happy Easter.
You're watching Eyit TV, empowering you.
We go. And then just welcome to the show. On my left I have Mr. Nicholas Musinguzi, right? Sorry about that. Sometimes these names, yeah, I'm human. And then on my right, yeah, I have Mr. Simeon Ochan.
Yes.
Ekotu, right?
Etoku,
This is drama. Oh my god, it's so ironic the way I just forget everything, just sarcastic. Anyway, just to start with the program of today, and what we have on the show is the youth and the religious obligations. How do the youth take part in these activities of the church, of the mosque, of whichever denomination that you belong to, and how do they embrace these obligations? How do they embrace these call-outs by the church leaders? That is why we are here mainly. Before we continue, maybe my friends can say something small and then we proceed with the show.
Hello out there. I'm Nicholas Musinguzi, like she has said. I'm a global citizen. I'm a student at Mbara University and a friend of philosophy. And I'm a Catholic. Yeah, and it's my pleasure to be with you today as we take on this discussion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Wow. Well, I am Simeon Ochan Etoku. I'm a student at MAST. I am a graphic designer. I really love putting things into creativity.
Okay.
And I'm really happy to be part of this show. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome to the Youth Feedback. Yes, this is your host Bridget and Cementa talking about the youth and the religious obligations today. We know that as church, or as anyway, according to all our faith, we always have that sector that caters for the youth, and they are allocated to do some of the activities, or they have their own obligations as the youth or as members of that denomination. So today this is what I want us to talk about as we look into Easter tomorrow. We have been in the Lent season and now we are out. So I just want us to tell us, or to tell the people who are watching us out there, what are some of the obligations that the youth are have in different aspects in church.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic. It's actually very interesting. There's one person who once said that the biggest gift the youth have is their energy.
Okay.
So the obligations within the church, or the religious obligations that the youth can take on, are mainly those that need energy and time, because the youth don't have the money. So they always provide that energy bit of it, that what we can call implementation of what the other people have put up. Let's say, for example, there is like a conference. The youth always take part in organizing the place where the conference is going to happen, sort of like carrying the chairs, sort of like doing the publicity, telling the other people to come in. So their obligation runs within the line of time and energy, rather than the line of providing the resources. It's like their main resource, the time and the energy.
That's what they invest.
Yeah, that's what they put in most.
Okay. So apart from organizing, carrying chairs, do we as the youth still have some other obligations to do with our religious affairs?
Yeah, just as Nicholas has already said, youth can also actually participate in, for example, in the spiritual, okay, most people call it spiritual warfare, such as praying, can be part of a choir. I hope, actually for me, I have a very good and angelic voice when I sing, really.
Oh, you are pushing me to tell you do some a cappella for us.
For real, at this
Seriously.
time.
Yeah, you can. As we proceed to go into some of these other activities that you wanted to tell us.
All right. Right now my voice isn't the best, but I can give it a try.
Oh, okay.
As you can also try to hear, really, I'm having some little bit of flu, but that won't stop me actually from
Singers, no matter what, they always try to, get out their vocals even in difficult times.
All right, I'm going to sing "A Man in a Mirror" by Michael Jackson. It's really
Wow.
okay. I'm starting with a man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make a world a better place, you gotta look at yourself and make that change.
This is so sweet. I just
thank
felt like
you.
you should continue. I just felt like continue. But that's so wonderful.
Thank you.
It just blesses people. We always bless people with talents, but let me not go there. So we're still talking about this other prayer now, singing and
Yeah, then I've actually also seen students in youth. I've seen youth in various positions, such as, for example, our brother Nicholas holds a position as a papa at Corpus Christi.
wow.
You see, you can actually sing, you can also reach out through your various positions. A position such as his is able to impact, is able to change people's lives through talking to them, through approaching them, through coming up with different ventures that actually support them mentally, socially, economically, financially. Yeah, so really, as a youth, no wonder, that's why I think there's a scripture that talks about, that reminds us to remember the Lord in the days of our youth. I don't know why they didn't say in the days of our old age, but actually I believe it really means a lot. The youth can actually do lots and lots of things.
True.
Yeah, so yeah, that's really what I perceive.
So the youth do very many sorts of things. What are these things? That's what we want to know. A viewer out there wants to know what exactly does that many things entail. You know that word. Yes, I know that, like within a church or within any religious family, there are some of the other activities apart from praying, because we need to generate money, we need to counsel people, we need to, guide people on certain things, maybe career and stuff like that. So let us not leave out those. Yes, we know we go to church, we pray, we sing, and we do all sorts of things. But as we're talking about the youth now, I want us to see on issues that always impact the youth, that empower the youth, physically, economically, financially, all those things. Let's tackle every aspect that is always there in this religious family that empowers this youth.
Okay. I take it on first.
We can start with him. Okay.
All right. Economically, I've actually seen various various places of worship around campus here, whereby some individuals actually get an opportunity to make juice and they can sell it.
Okay, has this training been from, has it been from within that circle, the religious family, where they give them skills, or these are students who just come with their own initiative?
Actually, it's one whereby students, the church members, really come up with that very same idea, and I was actually also taught how to make juice. Actually, that's why I'm speaking about it.
I think Ochan, I'm coming to take juice at your home.
You should. It's really delicious.
Sure.
You won't remain the same.
Wow. Okay.
Then socially, something. Okay, socially, we can actually come up with groups. You know, nowadays we are in an internet era whereby each and everyone doesn't feel comfortable without like sending a message, something of a sort. So we could actually come up with various WhatsApp groups. You, as a person in your church, you can come up and be like, all right, dear friends, why don't we all be in one WhatsApp group, for example, and we keep communicating, we keep sharing ideas, we keep updating ourselves in each and everything that happens. Yeah, something of a sort. Then what else have I, what other field were we talking about?
We can talk about physical, because we already have the spiritual food. Yeah, now you've talked about the financial aspect. And social, how is it, which activities are in the church that empower you socially to be emotionally upright?
Socially. All right. Activities such as, all right, participating in choir.
Okay.
We of recent animated mass at Corpus, and it was really fun having various people come together, singing together, obviously with angelic voices.
Wow.
Those who attended can talk about it, but yeah, but ventures such as that. Then also, I don't know if this could also happen. For example, you can come up with, for those who love sports, I don't know what sport you enjoy, but
I enjoy football. I'm very good at it.
Where?
Yeah, even my producer can.
Wow, that's interesting.
Interesting. Which number is your number?
But Nang, hey, ask him. I always challenge them at Eyit.
You actually look like a striker. All right. Back to the point. Since we have various individuals who actually love participating in various activities such as football, we can participate in inter-church football competitions per se. You see Bridget.
And that promotes networking.
All right, yeah, that promotes networking. Yeah, that can also really work out.
All right, thank you so much, Ochan. So, Papa.
Yeah, I would like to take it on from way back in my young stages. The church was the first environment. Like, it was the first opportunity I had to make sense of my surroundings if I went to school. So on the social part of it, the different church organized events like mass, sort of like these conferences, kind of bring bring many youth together, and they get to know each other. You get to know people you've never seen if you go like for a conference. Let's say, for example, there is a fellowship. You come to meet new people and to learn from them and their experiences. So it's like it gives you an opportunity to make sense of your surrounding and the people around you. And the economical part of it, most especially since I've been within the Catholic Church, we always have seminars, and most especially economical based seminars where they teach the religious people or the people who are within the religious denomination how to deal with finances. So the church has not forgotten the other parts of the human being. Rather than providing the spiritual satisfaction and the spiritual part of it, it has also organized different conferences. Let's say, for example, at Corpus we have life in a routine seminar.
Okay.
It always happens on the first Sunday of the month, and they normally get different topics like drug addiction. Let's say, for example, there was a topic about addiction and how to deal with addiction. So such topics tend to empower the youth and give them the capacity within areas of their life that are away from the spiritual
realm.
Spiritual area of it. So let's say, for example, if there was a life in the teen seminar probably that was teaching about how to deal with finances, it actually always comes in the care groups. There was a time we had a care group at Corpus, and they were teaching us how to deal with finances. That's economical. Yeah, something of the sort.
Wow. Why I do go for prayers, sometimes we are engaged in conferences, as you said, we are engaged in conferences, and we're also connected to other organizations to come and mentor us, because they want to see more people joining technical things. They want to see people joining creativity activities. They organize such things to motivate us so that we can do all these things. But why do I feel that there is still that gap between the youth and the religious realm? Why do I feel like there is still that gap?
I would like to know why you feel that.
Because we are youth, and I have a feeling that yes, when we are in the university, not that everyone within, like all the, I have a feeling anyway, the biggest percentage within the university, they are all youth.
That's true.
So there is this possibility that most of the youth do not give time to these activities of the church. They do not give their time to the church activities, or even though they went there, it would just be like just maybe for prayers, and that is it. If at all I go for prayers, that's done. I do not have to stay for these other activities. Why do you think there is still that gap that needs to be bridged?
In my thinking, and maybe probably my experience, the responsibilities and the demands presented by the religious obligations always provide a kind of an opposite sort of experience, or some kind of I don't know how to call it, but there's always that constant fighting, I will call it fighting, between the demands and the obligations and responsibilities that are presented by church obligations and the other demands elsewhere. I will give you an example. Someone serving as the Papa CCR is not the same as someone who is serving as a class monitor or a class president. What it takes for you to serve as the Papa of CCR is much more grounded on the spiritual kind of it and the moral kind of it, rather than what it takes for you to serve as class president. So the youth, in the youthful stage, we always find it a challenge to fit within the obligations and the responsibilities and the demands and the perspectives and whatever kind of you want to call it experiences that are presented by working within or leading within or participating in religious activities.
Okay.
And at this stage, that's when we have moved out to the world, I might call it, and we always want to embrace diversity. So we always see the church as some sort of a limitation for us to embrace the diversity. Let's say, for example, if I want to go to club, I cannot go to club because I know I'm the papa, and people will be saying, okay, so how can he do it? How can you go to club? There are some things I will not have to do or put on or dress or speak or do in a way because I am the papa. So serving in the church kind of limits the sort of diversity the youth would want to get from out there.
Okay.
I don't know whether I've answered your question.
Yes. I think Ochan can also give his own insights about that.
Wow, actually, in addition to what he has just said, obligation. I would really love to emphasize the point of, does a youth have a reason to always go back to church? Once a youth goes to church, do they always have a reason to go back? For instance, you go to church, but the environment doesn't feel, for example,
friendly.
it doesn't feel friendly. Would you want to go back there? All right, let's leave alone that. And the times when, okay, let's also talk about, for example, people, I believe most of us here could have at some point received texts welcoming you to, for example, for a church fellowship or something of the sort. And what the person who sends does, just sends, for example, just sends only this, just only sends, for example, only a flyer, just only sends that to your inbox and stops there. And let's take, for example, that's what one person does. Then another person does this. Person first sends you messages. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? How is life going on? I would love to welcome you, Bridget, for this. Of the two people, whom would you attend? Okay, whom would you really want to go to and attend fellowship with them?
The last one. The one who welcomes you warmly and
So what would make you attend for such a person?
Communication matters.
Communication
matters because the way someone approaches you also matters.
All right, so this is the point. Can a youth get a reason to always keep going? For example, the person one really just sent that, just only sent the flyer inviting you for fellowship. So as a human being, you'll be like, okay, this people just want me to only attend this, and it ends there and it stops there. But person two really elaborated, try to know more about you. We as humans, there's a way we also really appreciate those people who appreciate us. So in such a way, I would really love us to give the youth a reason for always going back. Let them know that, well, if I'm going for fellowship, I'm going to be loved. Leave alone the spiritual bit, but I'm creating a family. There's a bond being created, and with that, trust me, most of us will keep going to church often and often and often.
I think what he's saying is something very important. That let not the spiritual organizations or the spiritual events not be within some sort of like a material thing.
Okay.
Like all you want are numbers, and when you want numbers, then it becomes material. Let's always build some certain sort of an attachment with the people we are inviting. That is way beyond the numbers, way beyond attendance. So that if someone has attended fellowship, have you followed them? Do you know them? Have you known their name? Have you? It's some sort of like what they always teach us at Mbara University, that you're going to treat a person, not to treat a disease.
Yeah,
when you're in
true.
the hospital, you're not going there to treat a person. You're going there to treat a disease. Let's not look at people as just attendants, but just as persons. And I think that is the reason as to why very many youth are leaving the church worldwide, is that the people who are stakeholders of the church, the people who are organizing these events, are looking at the people who have attended as attenders, as listeners, but not as human beings. They are looking at them as ears that have come to listen, but not as complete human beings. So I think if the church could, or if all the religious denominations could include the other part of sort of interpersonal relationships that build certain bonds, some sort of attachments, the youth could find no reason as to why they are leaving, because why they are leaving is way based on the fact that they are following their friends.
Okay. So that takes us straight to the question of how can we extend this youth closer? How we extend them closer? Because yes, you've given reasons as to why they leave, but I also want you to tell us how should we get them closer back to participate in these activities, because they build us both spiritually and physically, emotionally, in all aspects. So how are we going to bring these youth back?
Yeah, just like we have already answered the question partially.
Yeah, partially we have. Yes, I think I should start with him because you have already given us your own ideas.
All right. So for my point is engaging. You really need to engage more
Okay.
with the youth. Engage more with them. For example, give them opportunity. Do not. All right. I'm trying to get the rightful way of bringing out this point. And okay, give them the opportunity to really reach their full potential. Because really, everyone at some point in life would love to be a master at what they are doing.
Okay.
But now, if you continue suppressing them, not giving them any chance. For example, for choir, you could open up, be like, would want more people to join the choir, instead of having one particular choir that each and every time it's only this choir. But you should always have that room whereby more people can join and they can actually participate in various fields that they are interested in. Then also, talking about that, we could also talk about some sort of arrangements, various arrangements. For example, you can have like the media team. This happens in most places, right? You can have the media team, you can have the choir team, you can have
The graphics team.
the graphics team. Yeah, put it right,
Okay.
So with that, there's a way it really comes out so easily when you are surrounded with people who are doing something that you're really interested in, something that you can I call it that you're a master at, something of the sort.
Okay.
And then also the other thing is care groups. I don't know if you've heard of care groups.
Yeah.
They're really fun, you go for a care group. After the spiritual beat, there is the food beat, swallowship. It's really, it's really bonding, because there's a way even jazz continues easily as people are eating. I don't know why, but
I've attended one, and it was a memorable one. I think the time was in year 1, and my friend hosted a care group at her home. And yeah, she invited me. I went, but it was so fun.
Well,
I thought maybe we had gone just, to do prayers, or maybe recite the rosary, because I didn't know the whole thing before. But when I reached there, I found it was more than what I expected. Prayers, then some worship. After that, it was a swallowship.
exactly.
And
Then a hug ship.
then people sharing stories. I didn't expect all that. But it was fun.
Yeah,
It was fun. So whenever someone really comes and tells me, only that at church we always call them families. Like if it is family time, you know that it is going to be fun. It's going to be massive. So it's better you just prepare in time. Just go attend the family. If it is a care group, Papa, good job.
I think his point is really very good. Yeah, engaging people gives them ownership.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you engage someone, you give him a reason to own it, because he's engaged. It is part of it. And I normally tell people that you can never empower people if you've not given them power. For them to build the capacity to do something, they need to have a chance to practice it. So I think his point is really very good. We need to have the youth being engaged. Because if I see my friend doing something somewhere, I'll be pushed to come, rather than if I see my father. Imagine you've gone to church. The chairperson is your father.
One another.
The chairperson is your father. The vice chairperson is your mother. Then your uncles. Then the friends of your uncle. There is no friend. There's no person of your age who is doing something there. So when you go there, it will be more of like an authoritarian environment. Like there's a lot of authority. You see your father there, your mother is there. You don't have that freedom to bring out your potentials, to bring out what is within
Already
you.
at home, you still have
Very good.
that
So
gap.
it
You
will be
can't
more like
express
home.
yourself very well. And now you find him here teaching in church.
The same
The
thing.
same thing.
Yeah. So it doesn't give you the comfortability for you to bring out your potential. And that's why the youth tend to draw away from the church, because when you go to club, the people in club who are singing, the people who are managing clubs are the youth. So when I get there, I get comfortable because I'm with my friend, I'm with my peers. But when we come to church, it's my father, the chairperson. Then the vice chairperson is my mother. Then the uncle. So it is more of an authoritarian kind of experience.
And he's also your teacher in class or lecturer.
On top of feeling that guilt of sinning against God, I also feel the guilt of sinning against my father. So it is more of like you're always there, suppressed. So I think his point makes sense.
Okay.
It does make sense.
So thank you so much. We are live at the university in one of the most precious places that you do not have to miss to come and have fun. One of the beautiful places that you would not miss out coming to have your lunch, have your supper, have your dinner, have your party. This is a very good place, just a home away from home, and it's where we have been doing our videos for most of the time. So it is so beautiful. Just come and see what is here.
You're watching Eyit TV, empowering you.
So welcome back from that short commercial break. This is Bridget in Cementa, Eyit TV empowering you, and we are live on the youth feedback all the way at the university in the glamorous place that I can tell you about today. Yes, so now still on the religious obligations in the youth, the religious activities in the youth, and how these youth are embracing them. And as we are heading into Easter Oh, sorry, Easter is just tomorrow. So, as we are preparing our clothes, our hats, our new clothes, our teeth, yes, our teeth and everything. I just want us to share how everyone is prepared. I think I'm prepared because, guys, I just bought new uniform for choir, so I'm prepared.
Amazing.
Yes, that is why I am too expectant. Hopefully everyone has something that is making them too expectant for Easter. So tomorrow, it is just like we start on Friday, the celebrations till Monday, but then there is that one day that you are waiting for, which is Easter Sunday. Yes, so how prepared are we? Any one of us can share and we see how prepared are we.
Simeon has already prepared the teeth. Okay, so the Easter season is always a good season for me.
Okay.
Like, it's like the heart of the year.
Okay.
For me, and I would like to say I'm prepared. Like you've said, you bought uniform for choir. I think I bought the spiritual uniform. And I bought it with the price of land.
Really? Wow.
So the Corpus community has prepared a number of things. Some sort of Easter carols.
Okay.
Some sort of the War of the Cross. And I think I will first engage in the religious activities.
Okay.
And then probably when I get some time, hang out with friends. Yeah, I think I would do both. Because they normally say the wrinkles in old age should be where smiles have passed.
Wow.
So we always need to create such moments.
Okay.
So I will go to church, I will attend the activities, and I'll make sure I pray to God, and then after I get some time, I'll be out.
Okay.
There's no reading. No.
And we have papers on Monday.
And those papers, God will work on them.
Sure.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, on Tuesday.
They're on
Yeah,
Tuesday. Why do I feel like some people most of the students want to go home because it is examination time?
Yeah, people want to see what's home.
Yeah.
And
No, some of them do not want to go home because it is examination time.
my friends want to go home.
Sure.
Most of them are
Interesting.
last week has been so hard on us. Like, it has been that intense.
Okay.
I personally had 3 exams last week.
Okay.
And
Tests?
No, like real exams.
Wow. End of semester.
Yeah.
So you've already started?
Yeah, we've already started, and they have not been easy because medical school.
Yeah.
They normally say it's Mbara University of Suffering and Torture. So
Ah.
you understand the torture we went
Oh
through.
my god. That is your term as medical students. Here we see it as a home.
Medical school is for those who are ready to be tortured.
Yeah.
So I think most of my friends, like in my circle, are planning to go home. People are saying bye. Yeah, like I'm the only one staying here, so I might end up hanging out alone.
He's here. You can hang out with Ochan.
You see, actually, Nicholas, you're very lucky. Had my home place been nearer, you'd have stayed alone. You sound lucky you are.
Okay.
So yeah, actually, for me, this Easter period is a time I really get to interact more with my family and friends.
Okay.
And Nicholas has gotten already paid ticket to enjoyment with me.
Let me hope. And the meals covered.
Meals are covered.
Well, yes, obviously.
He's going to prepare the teeth. Oh gosh. Anyway, Easter is always a very beautiful time. It is one of the times that humble me down. It's one of the times that I feel like it should be forever because of that process of Lent.
Actually, for me, Easter is better than Christmas.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in where I come from, in our family, Christmas is hectic. It's too much.
How hectic.
Yeah, like there are a lot of things
Are
to
you
do.
part of the team that slaughters the cow?
You wake up early in the morning at 3 and you have to go out to prepare. I literally don't sleep in Christmas time. Yeah, because like I told you, we are the energy of the activities. So you have to wash, you have to carry.
They don't expect you to get tired.
And since most of the you get to know more about your relatives who had gone far away, but Easter gives me that possibility of enjoying
At
myself.
home we call them Maba Company.
Meanwhile, talking about the energy, I can relate because at home, when you hear that Simeon is cooking, you just know that it's a special day.
So you're the one who cooks on Christmas?
On all big occasions.
Wow.
Wow.
One, you told me you make juice, now you know how to cook. I think now I'm going to visit for a full day, drink juice, eat food, and
Get some singing.
and get some singing. Hopefully you have a guitar.
A guitar, I had one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I should
So as
have.
Nicholas is carrying the plate,
You love food.
sweeping, and Simeon is cooking.
I am traveling tonight, going home so that tomorrow I can have some time with my people. Yes, this is Easter. This is Easter, and yeah, hopefully my producer will not stay around. I see he's going to be at Simeon's place trying to clear, utensils after. Oh gosh. So what are some of the things that you feel like these should be forever? Some of the memories that make you feel like this should always be forever in line with Easter? Or what is so special about the day we are to celebrate just tomorrow, which is Easter? What is so special that you feel like this should always be forever?
Wow. There's something so special about Easter that I love. You will have a lot of time to enjoy the people you have.
Yeah.
Really, and that would be my point. Enjoy everyone that you have, all your friends, all your family members. For you who is traveling, I hope you're also traveling home. But wherever, enjoy those people that you have. And one very important one is also food. Really, there's where food also connects us. So really, that point shouldn't also be really removed.
Okay. What makes you feel like Easter should always be forever?
I think the religious experience should not be thrown away. Yeah, I think it does. It gives you that, like you said, humility. Like you have this one person who died for you, kind of, and as you're going through all the season, they're telling you about the pain he faced. I think that's a moment we should keep. And talking about the moment of enjoying our friends and the food, of course, and also the travel time, the journey. And I think probably that's what I can say. And talking about friends, being the fact that we are still young and we are single, I think we enjoy more the family bit of it, and then the friends that we have been gifted with.
Okay. But they're also enough. It's always fun.
Yeah, they are. They actually bless you with their whole selves, with no strings attached. Yeah.
So, as a person who's going to stay around, what are your expectations for this Easter? And how are you willing to celebrate this Easter?
Staying in campus.
Yeah, not going to his home to eat some.
Campus will be kind of like, should I call it empty? Like there are few people in. So I think I will have to go out of campus. Not necessarily going to big places, but moving around. And I think since he has promised me something, I will have to look for him.
Okay. How are you prepared to celebrate your Easter?
Just as I've said, really, that is a time where I really want to enjoy my friends and family. Unfortunately, most of my family members are not around, but have my brother around. So that is still family.
I'm also
Okay.
Family.
your brother now.
Friends and I mean
Family,
biological.
friends.
Yeah.
Family,
Yeah.
friends, and
I
everyone.
would like to ask him that in this Easter, let me become his only brother.
Please accept his
Yeah.
request.
He said I take 2 plates, one for the other brother and another for me.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, I see time is going, and yes, we always mind time because it is something very important. Always consider in everything that we're doing. As we wind up with the show, I want us to give some of our remarks to the viewers of Eyit TV, someone watching out there, to your friends. It is Easter time, so just a word to the viewers, and do not forget also to talk about how they should always respect the Easter season, also their roles as the youth, because the church needs them. So the floor is yours as you give your last remarks.
All right. This point of Easter is really something that is so interesting and wonderful. Me personally, I'm going to have fun. I'm really going to cut off from my normal routine and just relax. Then the issue of Easter, we should also use it as an opportunity to remember what Christ did for us, and we should also learn to emulate and practice in a more godly and lovable manner towards one another. We really need to show this love to one another. So as this Easter period starts, as it comes, let us embrace it with love, let us embrace it with joy, let us embrace it with fellowship, swallowship, and all the best. Thank you so much.
Wow, you're welcome. Yes,
Yeah, it's me.
Nicholas.
Yeah, I would like to thank you for this opportunity, and also to wish you viewers out there a nice Easter, and make sure you enjoy the Easter and create those smiles, create those moments, and that will mean a lot in your old age and in the times when you are away from Easter. Go to church. If you're around campus, come to Corpus and meet
True.
with your friends. And then for the issue of obligations and the youthful stage, there's one man who said there are 2 important days in your life. The first day is the day you're born, and the second is when you realize why you're born. And I think the Bible tells us that one of the reasons man was created is to know God and serve God. So the youth out there who are not serving God, or who are running away from their religious obligations, you're running away from the reason why you're born. And I think you're going to only have that one day, the day you were born. Yeah, have a nice time, enjoy, don't drink and drive. Make sure you drive slowly so that you don't cause the accidents. Yeah, and enjoy.
All right, thank you so much, my guests, for coming in. Thank you so much for being on the show. Eyit TV is glad to have you here. And yes, as we say bye-bye to this season, and we wait for a new season next, which will be starting next Saturday after Easter, we say that the University Inn is open for everyone. Let's come and share with friends just here at the University Inn, ready to cater for all that you need during your Easter season. We meet next Saturday. I love you.